How's it going, Southeast Chapter? Jeff Jones here. You'll know me as the chair of the Southeast Chapter, the Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. If you've been following our video series, you know we're doing a series of videos on several of our group getting ready for their Western hunting experiences this year. We have folks hunting elk under DIY tags. We have folks hunting antelope. We have folks hunting all over mule deer. We have folks going to be doing lots of traveling around the west and then some in the east. In many cases, these are going to be backcountry hunts. Most are DIY. We have some that are going with outfitters. In both cases, folks are going to need to be prepared to operate in the backcountry. So far you've seen two videos related to weapon systems and weapon systems with choice. One of the things I want to talk about tonight is backcountry hydration, specifically getting clean water in the backcountry. If you've been following the East to West Hunting blog and our social media, you'll know that I've been putting together a group of blogs on backcountry meals. Well, really the second and probably the most key part of your nutrition system is having clean water in the backcountry. And so there are several different ways to do this. You can use iodine tablets, you can use a SteriPen. I use a gravity flow microfiltration system. This one is made by Platypus. This is the system here. You see it's about the size of a Nalgene drink bottle that you would carry on your pack. It weighs less than a pound. It's 0.73 pounds, so it's not that heavy. It's very easy to operate. I'm going to show you how this thing works here. So the whole system is three parts. You have the whole thing comes in a bag. It has a filter, and the filter has a flow arrow. You can see that flow arrow. So you always know which way this goes in the system. It then has two bags. So you have a dirty water bag labeled dirty water. See that? Then you have a clean water bag labeled clean water. So it's very important, and one of the things you want to do is try to minimize as best as possible any cross-contamination between your dirty water and your clean water storage. Having these things labeled just makes it almost idiot-proof at that point. So you can see on the dirty water bag, this thing is much like a Ziploc container. There's the mouth. You can see that's your Ziploc style container closing. So if I was going to fill this up, I would open that thing up and put it into a creek or a pond or wherever you're getting your water source. I try to keep it off the bottom because I want as little sediment in this as possible. All sediment will do is clog your filter and make you have to make it slow down, and you'll have to backwash it out to clean it. So you set this thing up, you hang the clean water filter under the dirty water bag. I'll show you how this goes. So the dirty water bag has a hose in the bottom. You have your filter, so we know that thing's going to flow out. We hook that up, and you see it's a black end and a white end. The black end is the dirty side, the white end is the clean side. Our flow arrow pointed down the way it's supposed to go. So if I was to hang this up, I hook the clean water bag up, and then I have my completed system. So I said this was gravity flow, and that's exactly what it is. As long as the clean water bag is hanging under the dirty water bag, it could be feet, it could be an inch. The head differential between the water source, so the dirty water bag higher than the clean water bag, will force water through that microfilter and into the clean water bag. Okay, so it can be as little as an inch or two, but as long as the water level here is above the top of the water level here. So I'm going to hang this up, and I'm going to show you how it works. It's very efficient. It doesn't take long at all. It's really easy to operate. You fill up the dirty water bag, you hang it up, and you let it filter. So, I have here a gallon of water. So this is a 4-liter system. I just put 3 liters of water into the sack. I close the top. I'm going to hang it off the top of my power rack here just so you can see it. You wouldn't have to hang it this high in the field, but it's there. Okay, so one of the things you want to do is test it and make sure it's working. I recommend you do this ahead of going into the field. So we have our flow arrow pointed down, dirty water into our clean water bag. There's a clip here. We will let that clip go. And once you start seeing water, there it is, flow down into the filter, then out of the filter, and I can see it coming in the bottom of the clean water bag right now. See that? Filling up. So once we get some water in the clean water bag, there's two things I want to do. I want to test and make sure that the filter is not compromised. One of the ways we'll do that is we'll hold that clean water bag up, effectively reversing the flow back into this bag. Two things are going to happen. If there's any sediment in your filter, you're going to see that sediment flush out into the bottom of the bag. That's called a backwash. All that's doing is cleaning the microfilter, and that's okay. Because that backwash goes into your dirty water bag, and it would have to go back through the filter to get in the clean water bag, that's okay. If you see air bubbles coming out in here, that means this filter has been compromised and is no good. You need to get another one. Some things that could cause that to happen are just purely age or it freezes. One of the things you don't want to do is have this filter freeze at night. So what I recommend doing is bringing that in your tent every night before you bed down. So let's do that check real quick. This is as easy as it goes. Take your clean water bag. All you got to do is invert it above the level here in the dirty water bag. And I'm seeing the backwash flow right here. There's a little dirty water coming out, but there are no air bubbles. No air bubbles. Our system is not compromised and is operating properly. So we're going to let this filter, and in the time we finish talking, you'll see this whole bag filter out. It only takes a few minutes to make this happen. The way we set this up in the field in Colorado in 2016 is when we got back to our tent at night, we would fill up this 4-liter bag. We would filter it out. So we had 4 liters of clean, fresh water whenever we bedded down in our tent every night. We got up in the morning, we cooked with that, we topped off our Nalgene bottles, and then we filtered another bag so that when we came back from the day's hunt, we had 4 liters of fresh, clean water waiting for us at our tent site. We were never water shy. One of the things that Platypus makes is also a 6-liter tote, water tote, which is made of the same plastic material. It's lightweight, weighs virtually nothing. But you can take that and you can use it to either get more water at your water source. Effectively, it'd be a second dirty water bag, or you could use it as a clean water reservoir. We use it as a clean water reservoir. So we would run the 4-liter filter twice and fill up that 6-liter tote, and then we would run it again and have our 4-liter clean water bag full. So in effect, we had 10 liters of clean water at our campsite at any time. When I carry 2 1-liter Nalgenes and Todd did too. So if we had 0 water when we topped off, we would take 4 liters or one of these bags and still have that 6-liter tote if we did nothing else. So in every condition, we were in good shape. Now, what if this was to quit working? I'm going to show you this. There's only about not even half a liter left in here. In the time we've talked, this is already filtered out to 3 liters. You can see just how quick that is. It probably took 3 minutes. What if this system was to fail in the field? What could you do then? Well, there are several other alternatives. You have a iodine tablet system, which is a good lightweight emergency backup. You can always pop those in. I think there are some kits with 2 pills or two tablets. One you drop in is the iodine to disinfect. The second one you drop in to remove the taste of the iodine. You can use Clorox bleach. Clorox bleach is a universal disinfectant. There are various formulas out there, and we'll talk about these probably in a later video where you add a few drops, shake it up, let it sit, and then you've got disinfected water. The third is a great backup option is a Sterapin. You know, that's a UV light that you would put in like your Nalgene bottle. You turn it on, and then that ultraviolet light destroys bacteria and other things that would contaminate your water supply. It does not, the Sterapin does not affect sediment in your water. So you need a clean water supply, a relatively clean water supply to do that. Otherwise, you'd have to filter it ahead of time. You always have a manual pump system that you can carry with you. So those MSR and other pumps. They take a little more work than this, but they are effective in the backcountry. This is my system. I'm familiar with it. I like it. I am a water resources professional in the real world as part of my job. So I've designed many systems with filters not unlike this. I know they work and I'm comfortable with them. I'll be carrying this one with me to Colorado again this year. It served us well in the past and I expect to do the same. Hope you enjoyed this video and we look forward to more of these and hearing about your backcountry experience this year. Thanks.